Window to solve this crisis is quickly closing.
Trump to decide whether U.S. to attack Iran, within 2 weeks. This live page is now closed. You can continue to follow our coverage here. The White House says U.S. President Donald Trump will make a decision on whether the U.S. will join in the Israel-Iran conflict in the next 2 weeks. Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz says, eliminating Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is one of the country's war goals.
F-16s and even the mighty F-22 Raptor
Missiles exposing metropolitan areas like Ramat Gan.
Say hello to the
Iranian missiles caused serious damage at 4 sites in central and southern Israel, including at the Soroka hospital, while Israeli forces attacked Iran's Arak heavy water reactor. U.S. President Donald Trump says he's still weighing his options on United States military intervention in the escalating hostilities. The death toll from Israel's attacks on Iran has risen to more than 240, including 70 women and children.
Uranium. Newly.
It's the most powerful non-nuclear bomb in the U.S. military.
Big whistle, and then we heard
At least 24 people have been killed in Iranian attacks on Israel. We will soon be closing this live page. Here's a look at the day's major events. Israel has continued its attacks across Iran, with the military warning residents of a small village in the country's northwest to evacuate ahead of expected bombings. Iran has fired dozens of missiles at sites across Israel, including in the Tel Aviv area and in Beersheba in the south.
Has been underwritten.
Will potentially head into a full-scale war with.
And they would use these weapons. That's what the Ayatollah Khamenei
can, so that when
The White House has said President Trump will decide within the next 2 weeks whether Washington will get involved in Israel's bombing campaign against Iran. Iraq's Kataib Hezbollah, an Iran-aligned group, says if the U.S. joins Israel in its assault, it will suffer severe consequences. In Gaza, at least 92 Palestinians, including dozens of aid seekers, have been killed in Israeli attacks across the besieged enclave, the health ministry said.
With Jacksonville
is coming to eventually, and so you can put your
Enforcers say they also targeted an Israeli military headquarters.
The Israeli government has issued new directives restricting how its media covers its current war with Iran. On Wednesday, a circular from Israel's military censor, Brigadier General Kobi Mandelblit, announced new rules on what Israeli media organizations and journalists within the country can, and cannot, publish about the effect of Iranian strikes. According to figures from the International Federation of Journalists, IFJ, Israel has killed at least 164 journalists in Gaza since October 7, 2023.
flight hours. REAP says a stealth bombing
Window to solve this crisis is quickly closing.
More have been killed in Lebanon, the occupied West Bank and, now, Iran. Since May 2024, the Israeli government has banned Al Jazeera from its territory and, since November, has sanctioned the Israeli liberal daily, Haaretz, for coverage considered critical of its actions. So, what are the new restrictions on journalists, and how does media freedom in Israel stack up against that in other countries? That's all we can say. More or less understandable. Hopefully you support our channel by liking, comments, sharing and subscribing, so that we are enthusiastic in creating information content about your favorite artists. We thank you for your support.
I consulted with Jacksonville
is coming to eventually, and so you can put your
Enforcers say they also targeted an Israeli military headquarters.